Hello everybody, Internetary back again with another video. Yeah guys, we just saw Daniel Medvedev winning his 8th title of his career, his 3rd Master 1000 title, wearing Alexander Sasha Zverev down. What a clinical performance from Daniel Medvedev, who has not played a final in the ATP Tour since that Shanghai Master 1000 title he won last year and defeating Alexander Sasha Zverev. And now he defeated him for the 2nd time in his career and for the 2nd time in a final. So for Sasha to defeat Daniel Medvedev, he really should face him before the finals, because when he is facing him in the finals, Sasha doesn't have any answers. Sasha started this match best. He won the first set 6-4. Oh no, it was 7-5. It was just a mind-boggling serving from Sasha Zverev the first set. I believe he landed 83% first serves. 83%. And won 83% behind those first serves. And break Medvedev's serve only one time, and that was in that 12th game when Medvedev was serving to take the first set to tiebreak, but Sasha, he braked him and eventually won the first set 7-5. But after that first set, Medvedev started to take his teeth into Sasha's service games more and more and more. And I felt that after that titanic game, which was 14-15 minutes, that 3rd game of the 2nd set, where Sasha in the end he held that serve, but Medvedev, I believe, had 4 breakpoint opportunities which he couldn't convert, but he wear Sasha down there, physically and mentally. Even though that Sasha, he held that serve in the 3rd game of the 2nd set, the titanic game, which was the longest game of the match. Even though that Sasha held that serve, Medvedev, he got into Sasha's skin. He weighed him down. And after that, and eventually Medvedev won that 2nd set 6-4. And then after that 2nd set, Sasha, he ran out of gas, both physically and mentally. You can see that. You can see it on his eyes. Medvedev immediately braked his serve in the 3rd set, immediately. And after Medvedev braked his serve immediately, Sasha Zverev never believed that he can win anymore. Sasha's belief that he can win the match, Medvedev killed that belief. He killed it in the beginning of the 3rd set, when he braked Sasha's serve immediately in that 1st game of the 3rd set. Of course, Sasha Zverev's first percentage of first serves, they went down after the 1st set. You cannot serve 83% the entire match. I believe that Sasha, he served 67% in the 2nd set. But this match was not won. This match, Medvedev took this match where he wanted. The 1st set, the rallies were really, really short. And when the rallies are short, Sasha is really strong. It was serve and immediately the point was over. 0-4 shots, Sasha Zverev was on the upper hand against Medvedev. But then when the rallies were longer and longer, which was the case in the 2nd and 3rd set, Sasha couldn't handle Medvedev from the baseline, because Medvedev is a ball machine from the baseline. Sasha couldn't hit through Medvedev. He couldn't hit through him. All in all, Sasha does 21 winners only. To compare that with Nadal yesterday, where he did 37 winners. So he does 16, 17 more winners against Rafa Nadal what he did against Medvedev. And Sasha did 31 unforced errors. Compare that with Nadal yesterday, where he did only 17. So Medvedev, he squeezes a lot of more unforced errors out of Sasha Zverev, and Medvedev, he's a walking, running wall. Sasha couldn't hit through Medvedev, especially after the 2nd and 3rd set. In the end of the day, Medvedev, he just weared Sasha Zverev down, both physically and mentally. After that second set where Medvedev won 6-4, Sasha was not believing anymore. You could see it on his eyes. You can see that he was not trying. You know, guys, we don't know how these guys feel on the court. We don't know. But you can see that Medvedev killed all that belief Sasha Zverev had when he entered the match. He killed all that belief after the second set. Sasha was believing in two sets. The first set, obviously, because he won, and the second set because he was in the match. It was not like he lost the second set 6-love or 6-1. But in the beginning of the third set, when Medvedev broke his serve immediately of the first game of the third set, Sasha Zverev, he was already in a plane towards to London. He was already in the plane towards to London. He was not in Paris anymore mentally, and that's why these big three, Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic, they are so special and unique, especially Nadal and Djokovic, especially Nadal, who never surrenders. I have never seen Nadal surrender. I have never seen Nadal where someone has taken the belief out of him. I've never seen it. He tries into the last point, guys. Until the last point he tries. Medvedev did a clinical performance. I believe he did 35 winners and only 25 Anfosteros. So Medvedev does 10 more winners than Anfosteros. Even though that Medvedev actually didn't serve, he didn't have that tremendous high percentage of first serves in the second and third set. That didn't matter because he was so much better than Sasha from the baseline. He was so much better than Sasha because Medvedev, he served really good in the first set, high percentage of first serves. I believe Medvedev had 75% first serves in the first set. That is really good, extremely good, exceptional. On the second set, Medvedev had only 42% of first serves in, and the third set only 52% of first serves in. So Medvedev serves much worse both on the second and the third set, but Medvedev wears Sasha Zverev down from baseline. When Medvedev started to read Sasha's serve much better in the second and the third set, and when the point was on, when the rallies went over 4 shots, Sasha didn't have a chance. He didn't have. I felt that Medvedev from 2019 showed up in Paris this week. We have not seen a Medvedev this good the entire year. We all know that Medvedev he has a superb shot tolerance. We know he has a great serve, but Medvedev can be up and down sometimes, especially this 2020 season. Maybe this pandemic year has disturbed his rhythm. Who knows? But what I saw of Medvedev in this year's Paris tournament, especially in this final, this was a reminder what Medvedev showed to us last year, which is his best year so far in his career, where he won 4 titles and played 9 finals and won 2 Master 1000 titles last year and played his first ever Grand Slam final, US Open last year, where he lost a 5-set epic battle against Nadal. And this Medvedev showed up in this week in Paris. Let's see if Medvedev can do 2 straight good tournaments. Now in Paris, he was amazing. Let's see if he can be as amazing in London, which will start about 1 week from now. This year's last tournament where the 8 best tennis players in the world will anticipate and fight for that trophy. All in all, a clinical performance with Daniil Medvedev, a good first set from Sasha Zverev, a solid second set, a disaster third set. In the third set, Sasha just... Like I said, Medvedev killed his belief. He killed his belief in the third set. He killed his belief. Because Sasha felt it. I cannot hit through this guy. Everything is coming back. I cannot hit through him. And when a player feels like that, he doesn't believe in a victory anymore. And of course, he didn't do it. But in my opinion, he should have fought more to the last point. Because he didn't. He was going for too much for his shots in the third set. He was hitting 2 flat shots. He was taking 2 risk-cover shots because he didn't believe he will win. And when a player doesn't believe he will win anymore, he will go for too much, take too many of risk of shots, and he will just wait for his opponent to execute him, just to kill him. And Medvedev, more or less, he did that in the third set. All in all, Medvedev was a much better player, especially in the third set and to the second set. To end to the second set as well. Sasha was the better player only the first set. Did I see this coming? To be quite honest, not quite. I believe that Sasha would win this match in 3 sets, but I'm not surprised, of course. Medvedev is the world number 5, and Sasha is the world number 7. So it is not like Sasha lost against the qualifier or against a wild card. He lost against the world number 5, and we all know that Medvedev, what kind of a potential he has. For sure, we saw that last year, like I mentioned in the video. So I'm not surprised that Sasha Zverev lost. Absolutely not. I'm not surprised that Medvedev won. Absolutely not. So all in all, big congrats to Daniil Medvedev for an absolutely amazing week in Paris, where he actually lost his serve only 4 times. Before this final, he lost his serve 3 times, and in this final, he only lost his serve 1 time in that first set. Sasha had 7 breakpoint opportunities, and he converted only 1 time, and that was in the first set. And Medvedev had 10 breakpoint opportunities, and he converted 4 times. All in all, Sasha landed 75% first serves in the total of the match, but majority of those first serves was, of course, in the first set. And Medvedev actually only landed 58% of those first serves, of his first serves in, 58%. But that didn't matter. This match was not won by who was serving the better, even though that Medvedev did more aces. I believe he did 14 serve aces and Sasha did 11. But the match here won off the ground, from the baseline. Sasha played the match on his terms in the first set. He held the points short, because that is his only chance. And he won that set 7-5. But when the rallies got longer and longer, which was the case in the second and third set, Sasha didn't have a chance, especially in the third set. And that's why Medvedev won. Medvedev took the match where he wanted. He extended the rallies to become longer and longer, which was the case in the second and the third set. And when the rallies were longer, it was adios Sasha Zverev. All in all, a good week from Sasha Zverev. He played the final in the Master 1000 tournament. A better week for Medvedev. Congratulations to the Russian. He needed this after not having the most impressive year this year, this was his first final of the year, and he wins his first title of the 2020. Big congrats to Daniil Medvedev for winning his 3rd Master 1000 title and for winning his 8th title overall in his career. Let's see what happens in London, which will start about 1 week from now. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and bye bye.